Greetings out there in YouTube land. This is Morris, man. As always, I thank you guys for coming to my channel. Today I have another installment of the free guitar lessons download. Stay at home, learn these great songs, become a better player. And the group today is one of my most all-time favorite groups. And it's a treat to play their songs. And the songs that were written for them were written by some of the world's greatest songwriters ever. And it's the Stylistics. Everybody loves the Stylistics. Not only their vocal style, but just the great songs and great arrangements. Each of these songs easy are worth $15 because I have a tabbing service, $15 a lesson, 2-song minimum. And you get 14 songs for absolutely free. Now I gotta say this in every video because you don't know what you don't know. One might say, well, Morris, man, if you got, because this was $16 donation. Morris, man, if you gotta give you $16, it ain't free. Trust me, it's free. Again, I have a tabbing service, $15 a song, 2-song minimum. And if I were to tab these songs for you guys, 14 songs at $15 a piece, that'd be what, $210. So trust me, this is free. And the $16 donation is for the time and effort that I put into this to send to you guys, because I send you like 2 emails with these songs in there. So, you know, it's a time-consuming process. And all I ask is for a kind, generous donation of $16. And one might say, well, Morris, man, why don't you just set up Dropbox so we can get it in, you know, for free? The problem with that is Dropbox is not free. And I don't want to pass on any expenses to you or incur any expenses to myself. So I just do it the old-fashioned way. As soon as you submit your donation, which is right down there, I will send you these emails immediately. What you want to be sure to do, because I noticed that PayPal is a little lagging right now because of the pandemic. I guess they don't have all their hands on deck, of course. So when you submit payment, they send me an email. When I go into the email to go into the PayPal to pull up the transaction, it's not there yet. Hasn't been posted, even though you paid me. And the purpose of me going into PayPal is to pull up your email address and then cut and paste and send you the files. So what you want to do in the message box, and be sure to do this too first, when you submit payment in the message box, just state what bundle you're looking for, because I got several of these. And sometimes I have people that send me just the money and there's no reason or what the purpose of the money is. And I guess they assume that I only have one offer, which I don't. So, you know, never assume anything, just do it anyway. So you put in, you know, like for this one, here's my $16, Morris, man, for the Stylistic songs, the 14 Stylistic songs. And here's my email. Put your email in the message box, and the purpose of that is once I get that email from PayPal, I open it up, I see your PayPal or your email address, then I can send it right to you instead of waiting for it to post on PayPal, which takes like 2 to 3 hours for some reason. Well, again, for the, you know, because of the pandemic thing. So just be sure to put in what you send in your donation for and put in your email address. So as soon as I get that email from them, because they will send me the email as soon as you send payment or donation. As soon as I get it, I open it up, see your email address, I cut and paste it, boom. I send you off your files and you're done. And still up, I got to wait 3 hours before it posts, even though you paid me 3 hours prior. So please be sure to do that. Also, please be sure to save these files as soon as you get them. The day you get them, save them. Don't wait till the next day. Definitely don't wait a week later, because every 2 weeks I have to delete the files I sent you because it accumulates memory. And when the memory gets kind of full, I can't send out any more emails. So within 24 hours, I'm forced to delete these files. So please, as soon as you get them today, save them to your PC. You all good. I mean, if you want to come back to them 2 weeks later, you can do that because they're on your PC. So you got to worry about going back to the email, pulling up the link, and the link says file's been deleted. So please do that. Also, PayPal is the only form of payment at this time that I'm set up for. I'm not set up for Cash App. I'm not set up for Google Wallet. So please keep that in mind. PayPal and PayPal only. Now, like I said about the Stylistic songs, why it's really important to play stuff from the 70s, 80s on back. Stuff now I'm not knocking, but it's just usually like 3 chords. You know, you're only as good as what you can play. If somebody put in front of you some sheet music where it's like maybe 9 chords, chord changes, chord progressions, groups of them, changing of keys, you'd be like, no problem. But if you've been all your life then just playing 2 chord songs, 3 chord songs, and somebody stick that in front of you, stylist, you're like, uh-oh, you know? So that's why it's really important to try to learn and play a lot of different styles. Especially, again, the styles in the songwriting of yesteryears. I'm not knocking songwriting of this era because I told you guys before, that's what the record companies want right now. They want 2 or 3 chord songs. They want 2 people to put together an entire album, as opposed to back in the 70s. You look at a Rick James album, at least 40 people played on that album. You know, they brought in people, string arrangements, and, you know, guest artists. You know, and now it's like a dude with a keyboard, a dude with a computer, and a singer. We done. That's the whole album, you know. And like I said, I'm not knocking it, but that's just how it is, you know. But I'm going to read these off. But before I do, every song that I've played from the Stylistics, sheet music, okay? It ain't me guessing, even though I got a pretty good ear. But, you know, there are just some songs and groups that you're not going to just sit down and tab their stuff out, you know, by your ear. You know, it's not impossible, but it's very difficult to get everything right. That's why it's really good to have the sheet music for this kind of stuff. And this is one of the books I got it from. Now, I've been looking for songbooks like, 20 years? I got over 350. And if somebody were to tell me, your house on fire, you can only grab one songbook, which would it be? Hands down, baby. This one. Hands down. I've only seen this book offered twice within 20 years of searching for old school sheet music. And the first time I seen it, I grabbed it. Then I seen one before. And I said, you know what, I should buy it, even though I got one. But it's good to have a backup of something that's extremely rare. So when I went back after, you know, contemplating over it for like 2 days, it was gone. You know, I should have grabbed it when I seen it, you know, but so be it. But I'm going to read off the songs. Each of these songs are worth $15 each because, again, these are not simple 2 chord songs. These are very well written songs with a lot of great chord progressions. You learn a lot when you can read and you play from sheet music, because one thing that I started to notice, the suspended 4th chord is usually the chord that's used for accents. Just about every song will be like, bum, 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 bum. It's a suspended 4th chord. You know, it's a suspended 4th chord. That's just like it's the chord that's designated to add a specific accent to the song. You know, little things like you pick up. You know, and a lot of times the suspended 4th dissolves into a major. So, say for instance, the suspended 4th, E suspended 4th is going to dissolve into actually a 7. But you know what? Enough of the theory, because actually it can go several different ways. But number 1, and the listing is down here, all the songs. Betcha by Golly, wow. People Make the World Go Round. Stone in Love with You. It Started Out. Stop, Look, Listen. Love that song. If You Don't Watch Out. You As Right As Rain. Love Comes Easy. One for only for the children. You're a Big Girl Now. That's actually one of their earliest ones. Hurry Up This Way Again, which is one of their most popular ones. Payback as a Dog is another old school jam, real popular. Peekaboo. And You'll Never Get to Heaven If You Break My Heart. So you get, what's that, 12, 13, 14 songs, $16 donation. PayPal information is right down there. List of songs are right down there. Once you submit payment and that email comes to me, I open it up. I pull out your email, because you include your email in the message box. I'll send it straight over. Save them to your computer. And I always try to end these videos with this, because, again, I'm giving you guys free classic song lessons while we try to wait this out, this pandemic, you know. Flatten the curve is slowly reduced significantly as far as people getting infected, people dying. Then we can go back to somewhat of a normal life, because it's never going to be the same after this. So please stay at home if you don't have to. I got neighbors right now. Look out the window. People visiting. For the last 3 days, I've seen people coming in. It's like pandemic. Well, the word Q, which I can't say the word because I don't want to get flagged. But the definition is when you have to stay put. That's the definition of that Q word. But it's like some people don't understand what that Q word means. It doesn't mean that, occasionally people can come over. No, it means until things have kind of gotten under control, you stay in your house. They stay in their house. It's different. You got to go out and buy food to sustain life. You got to go get your medications for any underlying health issues you might have. But other than that, I'm just coming over here because, I want to see you, or, it's somebody's birthday and all this crazy stuff. I understand we used to doing that, but this is not going to work unless we all get on board. It can't be a handful of people or a group of people say, I'm just going to keep continuing to do what I do. Then you run the risk of going out there, getting affected or infecting other people. This is not just about what you want to do. It's not. It's not at all what you want to do. It's what we have to do. Nobody wants to stay cooped up in the house, especially people that love to be going all the time. But it's like, let's just do what we're supposed to do for the time being and get through this. And then again, we slowly regain the life that we had. So please stay at home. If you don't have to go out, don't go out. Stay at home. Till next time, take care and thanks for watching. Again, you get 14 free Stylistics songs download for a donation of $16. Once you submit your payment, I will send these to you within. I'm online, just about throughout the day. So I'll say if I get your email within an hour, boom, you get your files, but no later than, 1 day. But, 90% of the time I'm online. I see the email, I open it up, boom, I send you your files. So, you send it in about 20, 30 minutes, boom, you got your files, you're ready to go. And that's what's cool about this. You get to download today. You have to wait for a DVD or something like that. And, you people or subscribers that are, abroad, ocean-wise, this is a great opportunity to just get some free lessons quickly. You don't have to wait for a DVD to go through customs and it take a month to get to you or any of that. You submit to your donation of $16 a day, you get these files. Again, I can't stress, this is one of my favorite groups to play because it's just a treat to play their stuff. And when you learn how to read music, you really appreciate what they've done. Because I look at this from a theory standpoint now that I can read, for years, I'm like, whoa, this is beautiful. And that's how you learn to start writing songs, because you see how they structure their stuff. One of my biggest influences as far as songwriting was Rick James. The first, you used to get the albums and you get the lyrics and you reading the lyrics and you listen to the arrangements, and usually Rick James had this big opening, then he goes into his verse, then sometimes he goes into a beat section, then he hits you with that hook, and I started to structure my stuff like his when I first started writing songs, because that's how you develop your style, by studying others. It's like, okay, that's kind of clever how they use that chord, and they use this chord right next to this chord, and then there's this accent, there's this break, they change keys sometimes. One of the first songs that I ever heard, and it might not be the first song that ever happened or did this, but the first song I ever heard, because the structure usually is like a musical intro, then the first verse. And it blew me away when I started checking out the Beatles. It's like, I'm going to hit you with the hook right now. And it's like the hook is the first group and then the verse. I'm like, that's kind of clever. Don't too many people do that. It's like, we're going to come out the gate hitting you hard. Here's the chorus, baby. And then here's the verse and there's another chorus. That was rare when I first started to appreciate and look at music from a musician standpoint, that an artist would open up with their chorus. It's like, whoa, and you learn when you study. So I stress to you guys, because, I got rhythm lessons where I teach you guys how to play the rhythm guitar. If you're interested, just leave me a comment. I'll send you that information. But we live in an era now where people just watching fingers. They're not trying to learn their instrument, because you got to learn your instrument before you start playing songs. But you don't know what you don't know. And when you don't go to try to enlist the help of paying someone to teach you, and I stress pay them, because a grown man should never ask another grown man for something he ain't willing to pay for. But when you enlist the help of others, you understand quickly and still Why is this chord like this chord? And what's under your fingers? I don't know. Somebody on the internet told me put my finger here, put my finger there, and I'm just doing that. You don't know what the name of the chord is. You don't know what the notes in the chord that you're playing. You think you're going to learn complex songs when you don't even know your guitar or your piano yet, you know? So I stress that. Don't take shortcuts when it comes to this. You know, because I've had some people trying to defend this. Well, you know what? Jimi Hendrix didn't know how to play music or didn't know how to read musical theory. Are you Jimi Hendrix? Okay. Prince didn't. Are you Prince? You know, Lionel Richie. Are you Lionel Richie? You know, the list goes on, but eventually those artists start to learn theory, because I mean, that was one of the big marketing things about Prince. He played all these instruments and he just played by ear. Initially he did, but down the line he learned theory because he was around people that know theory, you know, so he couldn't help but learn it. But that was just a marketing ploy. They didn't go through their entire career not knowing what they're doing, you know. So go get lessons, pay somebody to teach you. It's been working for centuries. You know, somebody taught me. I paid thousands of dollars to learn from various people. Put it together, and this is Morris, man. So until next time, take care. Thanks for watching. 14 free Stylistics songs, $16 donation. PayPal is right down here, and then the list of songs are right down there. Take care and stay home.